Guys, welcome back. I am here with you on nearly the end of June now. So I've had a little bit of a YouTube break, but I am back in full force, ready to go again. And I just wanted to do a video today to bring you up to speed on like where I'm at with my whole diet vibes and what I've learned lately and the direction that I want to go a bit with the YouTube channel. And I'm also going to do a bit of a vlog day in the life kind of vibe. I'm just drinking right now a nice cup of tea with my big old mug. I love this mug, it's so good. It's giant and it's got leopards all over it and I love leopard. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I really wanted to try, if I can, to move away from calorie counting, because calorie counting becomes obsessive. And the biggest downfall for me that I found with calorie counting was like, I'd feel like I'd get really restricted, and then on the weekend days I would fall off the wagon, eat what I like, and then you just freaking spend so much time like balancing it out, writing down your calories. What did you eat and how much did you eat on the weekend? You're trying to work out how many calories was in the cookie that you ate from the freaking farm market, which didn't obviously have the calories. You can't find them online, and I think it's just not generally that healthy. However, I do agree that calorie counting can work for some people, so I'm not discounting it by any means. A lot of people have had really positive results from calorie counting. But essentially, I've been doing a lot of like research and deep dives at the moment generally into a few new people on the map that I've found out about. One of them being Tim Spector, and this other guy who he has just come out with a book. His name is Dr. Chris Van Tulleken, and he's just come out with this book, and you might have seen it in the supermarkets, and it's called Ultra Processed People. And I saw him on a YouTube video, which I'm going to link in this video. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I watched his full YouTube video, and it really opened my eyes to everything to do with ultra processed foods, how bad they are for you, how essentially we're in the position we are as a global nation with having this issue with obesity, which has they basically worked out that the only thing it can be attributed to is the introduction of these ultra processed foods, and how ultra processed foods are making up like such a large proportion of the like diets of most people globally. And since the introduction of the ultra processed foods, there has been a stark rise in the amount of people that are obese. And it's so fascinating. I've watched so many documentaries. He's one guy that I really recommend. I'm going to link loads of his videos in the YouTube links. And I've also watched a video from this Dr. Tim Spector as well. So listen to it. That's kind of the direction I'm trying to go with this kind of vibe at the moment, is moving as much away from the ultra processed food as possible. Focusing on whole foods. Try not to calorie count. And the science says that you should then, in theory, if you're just following those guidelines of trying to eat whole unprocessed food as much as possible, you shouldn't in theory then need to worry too much about calories. It's a new experiment, and generally with the direction I want to go with this channel is I want to try to almost like become a bit of a guinea pig for things, like potentially even, you know, try intermittent fasting for 2 weeks, document the journey, see what happens with that. Try a whole foods plant-based diet for a couple of weeks and document that, and maybe just try out a few different ways of eating and document it for you guys if you would be interested. And also we can see what works. But I think what we've kind of learned is that every body is different, so you almost need to be your own guinea pig. For you, like plant-based diet might work really well for you, whereas somebody else might really need the like meat and iron and stuff that works for them. So I would first of all advocate for you all being your own guinea pigs. The other person that I'm really into at the moment, and you might have seen on my TikTok, is Kristen Cavallari. I've bought a few of her books, her cookbooks, and on my TikTok I'm doing a series at the moment where I cook my way through Kristen Cavallari's cookbooks, and they are all made with natural, unprocessed ingredients without refined sugar and refined flours and grains, and I think she uses a little bit of rice sometimes, but she doesn't use anything like flour, and she uses a lot of ingredients like almond flour and coconut flour and oat flour and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying her book, so I'm going to definitely take you on that journey, and I'm actually going to make one of her recipes in today's video. So that's kind of where I've been in my journey. For the rest of today's video, I'm just going to do a bit of a vlog in the life, and yeah. So today so far I've had a large cappuccino from Coffee No. 1, which is my favourite ever coffee shop in Bristol. Sometimes I get it with coconut milk, sometimes I get it with soy milk, sometimes I just get regular milk, and I am one of those people that changes my mind on a daily basis. So I've had that, and then I'm probably going to make myself a nice little porridge soon, and then for dinner I'm making one of Kristen Cavalari's recipes. Got a nice big cup of tea. Leave me a comment, by the way, any diet trends or any kind of fitness or diet related trends that you would want to see on my channel. Leave them in the comments below, because that is generally the direction that I'm going to take this channel, is a bit of a like guinea pig, trying different diet and wellness trends. Okay guys, so I am digging into some porridge right now. I'm gonna have porridge oats. These are the best I think that you can buy, because they are like organic, and I think these are like the most kind of like whole oats that I seem to I'm able to find. And this is if you're interested in the calories, which I'm trying not to focus on, and literally my camera won't focus, it's very ironic, is 148 calories per serving, and I'm gonna make these with some lactose-free milk and put some fun toppings on top. Also, I've been loving chia seeds lately, so I'm gonna add chia seeds for an extra fiber boost. While I make my porridge, because I have left it a bit late, it's like 2 o'clock now and I'm starving, I have snacked on about half a bag of these salted almonds, chocolate almonds. And yeah, it's not the greatest for you, because it does still have some junk in it. In a way, it could be classed as ultra processed, but I did see Tim Spector. He had the chocolate almonds from Pret, which are my favorite chocolate almonds. I absolutely love chocolate almonds because they have fiber, because it's got nuts in it, so it's gonna keep you full. And then you've got popcorn as well, which I love. This is what I've been snacking on a lot lately, and this is corn, rapeseed oil and sea salt. So it's only got 3 ingredients, and it's, I guess, not so bad for you. And popcorn is really low in calories and keeps you full, and it's got healthy fiber. So I've had a snack on that while I wait for my porridge to cook. I always make the mistake, and I feel like a lot of people do all these fancy toppings and ingredients in their porridge, and then I always remember how much I just like plain porridge with a little bit of sweetener. But I bought this the other day from the health food shop, cashew butter. Oh my goodness, this was in so many recipes in the Kristen Cavallari book, and so I was like, I need to buy it so I can make some stuff with this cashew butter. I am telling you now, if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It's absolutely delicious, and you don't need a lot just to get a nice kick. So I think today I'm gonna add some of this almond butter onto my porridge, which again is just almonds and sea salt. I think this is the best brand for your almond butter. I also wanted to discuss with you how my relationship with chocolate is right now. So with the journey that I've been going on, which is this whole kind of like trying to remove the whole the processed foods, they say dark chocolate is good for you. So I've been buying dark chocolate. One of the things that I really have like kind of realized is that the whole foods, you get fuller on them quicker, and you don't just want to eat. So with the dark chocolate, I really can just have the 1 square, and I don't really fancy anything else. With this creamy milk chocolate, which is like, I think it's only got kind of like a small percentage, it's got quite a few ingredients. Sugar, cocoa butter, milk powder, cookie mass, milk powder, lactose, milk powder, most fine. Yeah, it's got 10 ingredients. But then saying that, so is the dark chocolate. If anyone knows good recommendations for like the healthiest chocolate, sometimes I do think with this whole process, you need to make changes in your life that is going to be sustainable. So for me, if I try and chuck away like my sweetener in my tea, my squash, my chocolate, my sweets, my bread, it's like I think you're almost going to set yourself up for failure. So I think you need to make small incremental changes and start with the stuff that is manageable. So for me, not buying sweets and crisps and like bread and all of that stuff has been quite easy. Whereas like switching to the dark chocolate and not having sugar in my tea, sweetener in my tea, sorry, that has really been making me kind of like, I'm finding it a lot harder. So I think you just have to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with making these huge changes. Like if you can stop buying like processed ready meals, that is an amazing change. And then as you start to eat the more whole foods, hopefully what I'm hoping will happen for me is that over time, maybe I'm gonna stop craving the sweetener and stuff like that over time. Little and often, make those little changes and don't overwhelm yourself. Okay, so here's my porridge. I made it a little bit watery and I always seem to do that, so I need to get better at the ratios, but I've got berries, almond butter and maple syrup, and I added a bit of chia seeds and some salt as well. Okay, so I'm making dinner now, and something that I'm loving lately is this sauerkraut. I mean, I say I love it. It's very good for you. I've got the turmeric and ginger, and apparently if you eat like a fermented food every day, it's really good for your gut health. So I just kind of grab a fork, and you know, it would be good on a hot dog, but realistically the best way to like, I think, eat it every day is just to grab a fork. And it's a great little snack to have while you're preparing your dinner because it's healthy. And then I'm also eating some olives. These are just lemon and herb. Again, I love olives as a snack while I make dinner. Tonight's dinner is chicken ragu from True Comfort. It's like a chicken recipe with pasta and fennel, and you use brown rice pasta, which is a lot healthier. So I'm excited to try this recipe. Follow along with my TikTok because I'm doing a full breakdown of all the Kristen Cavallari recipes that I tried. Okay guys, here is the final result. It looks okay, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look the prettiest meal, but actually it's really tasty. I like the fennel. So I've just made myself a little bowl, and that's gonna be my dinner. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'll see you on the next one.